Hey y'all, it's Meg Summers, and today is basically the best day ever for me. As you can see, I have a cheesecake. Not just any cheesecake, the holy grail of cheesecakes. I am so happy to introduce you guys to the one and only Tammy Smith of That Cheesecake by Tammy Smith. So how are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Doing awesome, because I mean, look, I've got this cheesecake right here. Guys, I've been in love with That Cheesecake by Tammy Smith ever since my husband and I were dining out at Southern Ale House one night, and I saw it on the dessert menu. I had to try a slice, and it was literally the best cheesecake I've ever had in my life. So kudos on that. And I'm just dying to know, because I know we've got it at Southern Ale House and the Tuscaloosa River Market, and it's just growing like wildfire. All my girlfriends have told me about it, and I'm like, trust me, I'm a full convert. I know about the cheesecake. So I want to know, how did you get started in the business?
This cheesecake's been around for a while. I started making it probably about 18 years ago. Before I started doing catering, which I have stopped doing because of this cheesecake, I had a friend of my family ask me to do a groom's cake for them for their son's wedding. And at that time, I was a stay-at-home mom. I love to cook. I've taken a lot of cooking classes, a lot of pastry classes and things. And she recommended a recipe, and I tried it, and it was the worst thing I had ever eaten in my life. So I took about 6 months, through a lot of trial and error, and threw a lot of cheesecake out, and just basically sheer dumb luck came up with this recipe.
So a lot of trial and error, but it's well worth
Yes.
it, because it really is the best cheesecake I've ever had in my life. I mean, look how perfect it is. Everything's so evenly cooked. It's not cracked on the top. Like, it's beautiful. I could put this in a magazine right now, or, you know, I don't want to share it with anybody. I want to eat it. Just all mine forever. But one thing I am curious about, because I know demand is high for these, what's a typical day like for you? How many cheesecakes do you make in a day?
Really, I don't bake cheesecakes every day, but during the holidays and special occasions and things like that, the most small size cheesecakes I've baked is 48 in one day. I bake them 12 at a time, small batch. I'm licensed, health department approved. I have a separate commercial kitchen in the basement of my house. Sometimes it's referred to as the dungeon, but
That's legit. I mean, you've got a separate kitchen just for baking cheesecake.
just for that. And but 48's the most I've baked in one day.
That's incredible. I'm doing good if I can bake one thing in the kitchen, or if I can make, you know, like a meal for my family. But these are incredible, and then, you know, probably because I'm not going to share with anybody. This is all mine. If someone else wants to get one of your cheesecakes, where can they get them?
You can go to the Southern Ale House. They sell it by the slice, and they will also sell a large cheesecake. The one I bake for them is larger than this. This is what I call a normal size cheesecake. I sell this one at the Tuscaloosa Farmers Market. I'm there the first and third Saturday of every month from 7 to 12 noon. If you have any questions, because sometimes my schedule changes, I need to be a little flexible, you can look on, I have a web page, thatcheesecake.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I usually post when I will and will not be at the farmer's market. You can also try my cell phone. It's 205-826-5238. I sometimes have them in the freezer. They freeze wonderfully. I encourage people to get one and just keep it in the freezer so they'll have it when they want it. But that's the times that I'm at the market. And
That's a good idea to get out there early, because I know they probably sell really fast. So.
Oh, yes. For example, this past Christmas, I stopped taking orders December the 1st.
Crazy. Well, I mean, you can see why, everybody. These are amazing, and I want to say thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us today. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta find a fork and maybe a knife. Maybe I'll share with a few coworkers. You can read more about That Cheesecake by Tammy Smith over at b1017online.com, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more.